afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So we don't have guests, right? Sorry. Okay, so let me recall why I decided to join Toastmasters. In 2007, we had a competition, song competition. I mean, it is talent show competition. Something. Archana was the master of ceremony in campus. I had been there. I sing naturally, like not that bad, but I am a good singer in stage as well. During my college days, I used to sing, and I have a lot of awards I've got. But here, when I went to the stage, when Archana gave me the mic piece and I went to the stage, I had a piece of paper where the whole song is written, all script is there. But my hand started, it just started trembling, and I am unable to control what to sing and what not. And I had to fold that. Though I have that, I am unable to read that because I am lost somewhere. I started singing 3-4 lines. After that, I could not proceed, and I came back to my seat. And my friend was sitting next to me. He told, I have never seen you singing so bad. And it was, at least you gave a lot of confidence to the following singers who are all into it. They will have, oh man, I can sing it better than this guy. So now you have given that good job, looks like. And I was speechless. I never thought that I'll be in that situation. And prior to that, I used to attend as a guest to Toastmaster sessions. But never I thought that I'll enroll it as a regular Toastmaster member. Then the second thing came when I had a EPM discussion with my manager. There are a lot of meetings that we attend, and I'm not more vocal. It's not because I don't know what to speak. It is because I don't know how to speak. Will something go wrong? And I don't have more vocabulary that sometimes I want to express something, but the meaning gets in a different way. Like last time, I was hearing some feedback also from the team, right? Even on pronunciation. So a lot of things that I want to correct in myself, particularly with respect to the communication. And that was the first thing that I thought that let me join and take it seriously. But unfortunately, I could not continue regularly in that. But this year, I have taken a step that, okay, then I have to complete at least completed communication. Right. Today, I am here to talk about some topics on communication, especially in our workplace, that we most of the time we talk with a gender specific, right? So, for example, if somebody is female, the way she talks and that meaning, maybe it hurts to a person in opposite gender, or sometimes when a male talks, how she takes. So on that topics I'll take. And before that, I want to just talk about the pitch and tone also, how it matters. When I did not steal this pen, what does the message get like? You may think of one, I did not steal this pen. Maybe Sudhanshu did not steal this pen. When I say I did not steal this pen, that is the specific, that Sudhanshu did not steal this pen. But when I say I did not steal this pen, maybe some other pen, but I stole. And when I say I did not steal this pen, that meaning not this pen, I stole something else. And when I say I did not steal this pen, maybe some other pen, right? On the same sentence, I did not steal this pen, maybe Archana. So the pitch and tone of the communication also plays a crucial role where we need to focus when we are talking, especially if it is a business environment, or when you are talking professionally in office or to a client. And no matter whether you are a lady boss or a gent boss, right? So, but according to the Center of Women's Research, Business Research, it has been observed that 50% of privately owned companies have lady bosses. So that is one observation that was there. that I took that into point, and I'll talk about 3 topics. One is power plays, right? Women tend to ask a lot of questions, and men, they just roll their sleeves up. Okay? Right? In that way. And the result is, men thinks women are not competent enough. If they are so, why are they asking so many questions? And woman thinks this man may be knowing a lot of things. That's why they are just quiet and they take it directly without asking much questions. But it is not in that case. So if you are a lady boss especially, please make sure you foresee things and you make sure that if you have a male subordinate, you make sure that he understood properly before you hand over any responsibility. The second is picture imperfect. That meaning, women can give a lot of example on their house, saying that what happens in their house or in the kitchen, cooking stuffs, and then the pets. You can say, right, you know what, when I was coming today from home, my Billy said bye to me by saying just meow. Something like that. So a lot of things women give example of their home or relationship or pets or cooking. And men, they will most of the time they will talk about sports or war, something that way. And for one example where things get messed up, a female says getting a lot of training is icing on a cake. When you say icing on a cake, it is for female, for that particular person, it may be icing on a cake is something like getting something extra out of what you have already. So it is kind of a not necessary. But icing on a cake, when you talk to a client, he might think it's a complete, the project is complete and it is now handed over. So it may have a different meaning. So in that way, the bottom line is we need to use gender neutral examples such as vehicles or nature or movies, something like that, or whatever comes to your mind in that perspective. And the last one is emotional exchanges. Typically, man and woman, they carry some individual dynamics from their family or home, right, when we come to workplace. And as the word of the day says, right, she thinks of herself as the quintessential landowner, right, and he also thinks that I am only right, because there would have been an argument or something going on in the home that we carry sometimes, and that brings you a lot of conflicts, and you have your own ego and that conflicts with other, and you don't get a chance to understand really what she wants to tell or he wants to tell. So to summarize, right, communication is very important in our day-to-day life. Sometimes what we want to say, the word and the phrase that we express, right, it brings a different meaning altogether, and the individual dynamics also brings a lot of complexity. If positively or negatively, sometimes it makes an impact. And most importantly, we need to think of the individual first, not a male or female. First we are individual, then the culture and all those characteristics comes later. So with that, I want to conclude here, and thanks a lot.